Hello, hello, it's me again. I'm a little uncomfortable here because I've moved my computer into the front room, and if I sit on the sofa, I can't. All you can see is the silhouette, so I have to move it around, and I have to sit on the floor. But anyway, it's me again, and I'm going to tell you the continuing story, really, of the travelling salesman I told you about in my very first uh, YouTube Shaggy Dog story. His name was Alan. I never told you that at the time. His name was Alan, and he was Irish, and he came from a town so midway between Waterford and Limerick. You can look it up on the map. It's a well-known town. But anyway, if you remember, he had a number of pets. The snake, which died eventually, and he buried. The parrot, which had died and he had cremated, and the hamster, which died and he had turned into hamster jam. Remember the one that he threw the jam on the garden and it turned into fishes. Well, anyway, eventually Alan made his way up in the firm, and he got put into international division and travelled the world, and it was difficult him taking pets. And after the hamster incident, he was, he didn't really feel like having a pet for a while, but he travelled the world selling computers, and he ended up in Tanzania, and the dignitaries there took him to see the Olduvai Gorge, which he'd always wanted to see. And there was a tribe living near there, and he was introduced to them, and as a present they gave him a pet. They gave him a bird. It was an incredible bird, quite a large bird that flew and swooped and even talked, and it was called a Rary bird. So anyway, this Rary, he took back home. He managed to get it back home. He had a special permission, and he sought permission to take it anywhere in the world with him. So just like the snake, the parrot and the hamster, the Rary bird became his constant companion, but this time on a worldwide level. And the bird was particularly keen, obviously, on gorges and canyons. So wherever he went, he looked for these gorges and canyons. I mean, he loved the islands of Crete and Sardinia, and he took the bird to the Samarra Gorge in Crete, where British holidays rarely go, and the gorge in the canyon, in Sardinia. My name escapes me for a minute. The Gurupu Canyon, Eurosonic Canyon, and this bird just flew free. He called the bird Bruce after his favourite singer, Bruce Springsteen, and the bird would fly free, but always come back whenever Alan launched into a Bruce Springsteen song. The favourite of the Rary bird was the river. So when Alan started singing the river, I come from down in the valley, well, mister, when you're young. As soon as Alan started singing those words, the Rary bird came back. He took him everywhere. He took him to America, and he took him to America on holiday, actually, and he went on the canyon tour down through Yellowstone, Bryce, and Zion, and Grand Canyon. He went down to Monument Valley, and the bird loved it. He loved it, and he loved this bird better than any of the other pets, the snake, the parrot, and the hamster. But eventually, as happens to all creatures, the Rary bird died. And he was particularly sad, and he took some time off. He decided to go back home to his town, and he was feeling very homesick, so he decided to go back to Ireland, to his town. And the Rary bird he took with him, and he decided that, seeing as the Rary bird loved canyons, etc., but there's no canyons in Ireland, there's hardly any gorges, so he decided to take him to the Slieve League cliffs, which are in fact Europe's highest cliffs. And he took him there, checked into a bed and breakfast, and early morning went over to the Slieve League cliffs, looked over the edge, thinking of home, and he held this Rary bird up, looked down. It was a hell of a long way, and he said, "My God, it's a long way to Tipperary." That thing, I bet you so coming. So, it's like halfway to chipper bed. I think I have to stop. I have to get out of